Okay, welcome to ELEX. So now I have done all three factions. Berserkers, Outlaws, and now I'm at Cleric. To be honest with you, I think, my opinion, the best one is Cleric. For a couple reasons. Now, give it a second. Energy Regent Sword 3, upgraded, is probably one of the best single-handed swords there is. Gives you an 80. With the Cleric ability, you can make it energy. Berserker at 78. Outlaw, not even worth talking about. Alright. Sold every two-handed weapon that I had. Don't like two-handed. Redeemer, plasma weapon. Does 100 damage, and it's got a slot that you can put a gemstone in, which in this case I haven't found. I reloaded my game, so I'm only doing 3 hit. Laser rifle does 94, but with the burst, it kicks ass. Heavy. Flamethrower, 102 damage, does excellent. Now I did try the furnace, thinking maybe it would fire faster because the magazine size is 60. Nope. Stick with the standard flamethrower, boost it up to level 3, and you're good to go. Furnace only does 83. I haven't sold these yet. I just kept them. Excuse me. Couple drinks. Kept the grenade launchers, so I'm going to boost those up when I get a chance. Rocket launcher. The problem with these is you don't get that much ammo. You know? Grenade launcher, 81 explosive, 31 frag, 10 plasma. You can buy them, but it's going to take a while. Now, with the clerics, let's go over here. I ran it up and I took every single stat and I tried every single one. Shoot. Now that adds plus 50 to your ranged weapons. I'll be honest with you. You don't really need it. Pretty much the weapons on the ranged aspect with the laser rifle at 3 and using the Redeemer, you pretty much take them out in 1 or 2 hits with no problems. Now, shoot, where was I? The only thing about the Berserker, which is kind of nice, is you do get the Seeker Shot. Now, I had a bow that supposedly did the Seeker Shot, but it didn't work. Tried it, wouldn't work. It did do the Scatter Shot, but it only did 72 damage. Now, if you boost this up to level 3, you'll be pretty good. But you know what? Honestly, I would rather have the laser rifle with a burst round. You're talking 3 rounds doing 94 for each hit. So that would blow out the bow in a heartbeat. Heavy weapon, of course, flamethrower. Now, let's continue. Now, projection. Berserker, you can call up a Spirit Wolf. Thing is absolutely friggin' useless. It really is. I don't like it. It is absolutely freaking worthless. Doesn't really attack, but this projection, when you call it up, it creates a hologram. It's you. And it runs after enemies, and it does the funny stuff. And then the last thing with the... Shoot, darn it. Last stand. You're going into a main battle. This is a good thing to hit. Instead of using projection or something else, you can stack it. Use the last stand. You die, you are reborn. You don't die. You're resurrected with half your health. So, and I tried it. It works very well. Those are the two things that you want to get for the clerics. On these abilities. And then of course you want to boost up your PSI and boost up your battery, because this will increase your mental level, and this will increase the whatever you're using. So you want to boost these up as high as you can possibly go. Now I don't really have 94, it's because I'm wearing... I've increased my dexterity up to 10. So clerics really works well, and then you can also, now fire works excellent, but secondary energy. By boosting my weapon up with the clerics, come on, bring it up. You do energy damage. Which, let's find an enemy here. Come on, where's the enemy? There we go. Yeah.
There's...
Yes.
What?
To be...
But...
Oh, come on.
I hope you're not just doing this for your...
How are...
I'm just...
Alright. Come on. Sixth Sense works well. It'll highlight everything, but it also gets very irritating.
With everything that's going on, you forget how beautiful it really is here.
Two hits. So energy works. It works almost as well as fire. I honestly think it does. You know what? I tell you what. Let's do this here. Wait a minute here. Here we go. High tech. Shows enemies on your radar. There we go. This is what Sixth Sense does when you take it. I don't recommend getting it. It's kind of irritating. 3 hits, and that nightshade goes down. That's about the same with the fire. So I really recommend. Here we go. Oh. That's a tough guy. 263 experience, Slug Beast. Damn. Take a little healing potion here. So in comparison to energy and fire, energy is as good as fire. Plus it looks cool. I mean, the fire blade looks cool too, but that looks kind of cool. Look at that. Humming gets irritating, but it is what it is. Alright, so if you're going to choose between the factions, let's bring it up here. Wait a minute. Okay. Outlaw. You know, just save all your stuff up when you get to the point after you've done every quest and you have to join a faction in order to advance it out. That's when you want to save it. You join the Outlaws, and then you take every single one of these just to get the achievement for the if you're doing for achievements, and just pick every single one. Other than that, they're apps. I don't like it at all. It really is. I mean, the only possible advantage is you can create ammunition, but you can't create plasma. You can't. Bleh. You can't create plasma cells. You can't create energy, and you can't create fuel. You can create bolts, spears, explosives, all this stuff here. And that's about it. You can take apart, if you don't want to sell for the money, you can salvage weapon parts. I'll be honest with you, if you just keep everything that you find as you're playing the game and you don't sell stuff unless you've got excessive and you want to keep at least 100 items, 100 items of each one for the main stuff, you don't have to worry about that. Create ammunition is maybe the possibility if you like to use the weapons that the Outlaws have, and I would show it to you, but I sold them all. I've tried every possible weapon type in this game, and I have settled on sword, two-handed. I don't like two-handed at all. Got rid of it all, sold it all. The laser rifle, and then the plasma rifle. And that's what the Redeemer is. That's the plasma rifle. That actually does really good. And then the bow. Heavy weapons, flamethrower because it's doing fire. And then, you've got the explosive rockets, explosive grenades. But again, while these weapons do do a lot faster than the flamethrowers, the problem is you don't get as much ammo. So you want to stick with, you stick with the flamethrower because you can buy that. You can get that easy. A lot easier than the other ammo. And I'll be honest with you, once you get... Shoot, wrong one. Once you get it up, the Redeemer with the plasma ball is probably better than the flamethrower. Simply because with the flamethrower, here we go. Whoops. That's your dodge. You can't use a jetpack. But with the Redeemer, jetpack and a dodge. And if you put a healing thing on it with that EMP ball that shoots and blasts everybody down. In the other game, with 2 shots, I was taking out those combat machines. Easy. Very easy. So, honestly, at the towards the end, I just got, I didn't even use the flamethrower. So, I was basically just using the plasma, sword. I was berserker at that point. Like I said, you got 20 rounds, 3 shots each. This thing just kicks butt. And once you get it leveled up, watch out. Done.
Together.
If I hit it. And you're gonna find tons of ammo for the laser rifle all over the place. I think at the end point I was at like 3,000 rounds. Warm prayer. Oh. This kind of bites. Knowing what I know now, I would have just went with the Cleric all the way.
No. No.
Oh, come on!
No.
What the hell?
No.
I don't know if I should be doing this when I've been drinking.
No.
Okay.
Too easy.
Ooh, yellow gemstone, nice. Okay. Actually, let's see what we got here. That is my steak dish. I personally think the steak dish is probably one of the best things you can get, simply because now it doesn't do the most health, but it adds plus 10 to your attack strength. And it's easy to make.
This is nice. I'd like to spend some time here.
Switch to the plasma. Oops. Shoot. Come on. That's what's nice about it. Boom. One shot. Let's see if I can find like a cyclops or a mountain troll. And that plasma is like... You see what I mean? It's like, woohoo! And if it doesn't kill it with one shot, it,
I wonder what this place used to be.
Really, I hadn't been here. Yep, there's some fuel. You know, I grab all these leaves and I never even friggin' use the stupid things. Like I said, you're gonna find... And you always want to keep one or two of these, the fine stuff, because you actually, believe it or not, you're going to use that in crafting when you're going to build some of your stuff. But for the most part, don't buy any weapons. You're going to find stuff all over the place. See? 2 hits. Bam! Done. Sunglasses are the best. Wait a minute. Okay. You know, sometimes you're going to run into stuff. You see that right there? There's no way to get it. Okay, where the stairs up. Okay, there we go. This is why I say sunglasses will be... I mean, unless I'm doing a major battle, sunglasses, that's all I use. Simply because it highlights everything. Oh, see what I mean? There's a warrior sword, level 1. So let's say you decided you wanted to go berserker, right? Don't buy a sword. There's the amulet of protection. Oh, no, no, darn it. No, I didn't want to do that. Come on. Alrighty. Now, shoot, I don't know if I took the thing. Let's see what we got here. Hold on, we're going to quick save. I'll show this to you here. No. Here we go. Oh, I already took bookworm. Okay. I said this in one of my other videos, but bookworm, you read certain books that give you 10 experience points. If you've got bookworm, it gives you 25. Some books will give you 25 experience points, and if you've got bookworm, it gives you 50. Okay. Thing is, ten and 5. Do not read any books until you either get that stat or you pick up something that says books give experience points. So, I'm going to put the scientist book on. We're going to go here and we're going to read these. Warn prayer book. ELEX is Calon's test. Only those who are pure enough to resist it will find salvation. Calon warned the people of the danger to come. He spoke of the fire from the sky. No he didn't. It's a bloody rocket ship that was supposed to take people into outer space. Didn't work. Okay, did not get that one. Okay, numbered slip of paper. 25. Now, books give experience. It does not double stack. So if you've already taken the stat, it's not going to do you any good. So here's the warning. A serial killer is using the general chaos to murder young women with long black hair between the ages of 20 and 25. Shh. Come on, give me something else. Oh, great. Okay, but I did save it. So I was wearing the necklace, the scientist, that books give experience. We're just going to load it for ha-has. Once you get the perks, once you take the perks, you don't need to wear the amulet. It's going to still give you the same. It's going to give you double experience. If you don't have the perk, then wear the amulet and you'll see. Alright, let's go. Come on. Okay, there's the books. All the survivor does is increase dexterity, and killing enemies gives more experience. $50 experience points. How did I miss that before? That's weird. Okay. 25 experience points. And now remember, I got 25 on this one too. That's weird. I don't remember getting those experience points. Huh. I actually wasn't paying attention. I don't remember. I thought I read it and I didn't get anything. So again, now even if I was to put the amulet on, I would still only get 50 experience points. So once you pick the perk, something like the scientist amulet, which is increased crafting skill, and books give experience, you don't need to put it on. Unless you want to boost up your crafting or something. But usually late in the game, I found that you really didn't need to boost up your combat, your survival, your crafting, personality. I really didn't run into too many issues where I had to use that stuff. So, the Warriors is two-handed. So I was like, eh. Okay. So, what you want to do is you want to pick stuff that gives you extra stuff. Like this increases dexterity. So if you've got a weapon that you want to use, but you just don't quite have those points, increase your dexterity. Let's see, maximum health, increase lockpicking. You always want to have that. We're just going to leave it on survivors right now.
All that technology, and yet they build such ugly buildings.
All right. So for a cleric build, so we're going to end this now. Between berserker for the builds. Where is it here? Berserker, Outlaw, and Cleric. Outlaw is just not really worth it at all. Like I said, you're going to do every quest. You're going to run around the entire world, do everything you can until you get to the you're going to get to a final point that you have no choice. You have to join a faction. You should have enough inventory. If every time you find that you can buy natural ELEX, you've bought it. At the village, you can get 100 liquor at a clip, so don't worry about that. You can go to the Outlaw village and you can get a little over 30 natural ELEX at a clip. You buy it at the general store, you buy it at docks, you sleep in the bed, you rinse and repeat until you get enough. Once you've got it, you boost it up for the attributes and everything else, and you will be able to pick every single one of these and increase it. Get your achievement. And then reload and forget about outlaws. Now berserkers. Depending on which way you want to go. Enchant weapon. You can do a fire. Fire is of course great. If you like using the bow. Seeker shot. Forget about scatter. It's not worth it. You're using 5. If it was just using one arrow and it did like 5 shots magically, great. But it doesn't. It uses all 5 arrows. But the seeker shot is pretty good. I did use that a lot. Camouflage. Now, if you really want to do it, there's amulets that'll allow you to go into camouflage all the time. Didn't bother with leather skin. This gives you, it adds plus 50 to your melee. But again, once you're at this point, pretty much you're going to kick butt. You don't really need to boost that stuff up. The Spirit Wolf is somewhat decent, I guess, but it lasts 60 seconds. Then it's gone. And it takes like half your mana. Sense Life, well, you can take an attribute that gives you 6 cents and you don't need that. Poison, you're going to want to kill him up before the poison really affects him, so that's kind of worthless. And the healing, well, that heals you and your companions, but even if your companion goes down, they still get back up. They're just out for the fight until you finish it. At this point, it's not really going to matter much. So the only advantage is the Spirit Wolf, but in comparison to the Cleric with the projection, which creates a hologram, it's 10 times better. And it seems to last a lot longer also. Once you cast it, it stays with you. So Seeker Shot, that is good. I'm not gonna, that is halfway decent. Alright, but the problem is, again, you can target 3 enemies, but you gotta be in the right place at the right time for that to really work. And with the Warbow, boosted up to level 3, that thing does a lot of damage. Really does 120 per arrow. But again, laser rifle 94 with a burst, 3 shots doing 94 each, or the Redeemer doing 100 and you use the plasma, which knocks the, I don't care what enemy it is, it knocks them down. It's better. Now, enchant weapon. Here you can make it into fire, which is basically almost universal for every single enemy. All enemies take fire, pretty much take fire damage. Fire is effective against almost everything. Now, I haven't run into, where is it? No, that's not it. Now, I haven't run into...
Oh my god, why did you ignore that?
I haven't run into... It's high-tech weaponsmith, and it does energy, and so far, energy seems almost pretty much as effective as fire. So I haven't run into any creatures yet that have not been able to withstand energy, but it does a very good job. So, between Berserker and Cleric, I'm really preferring the Cleric right now. Energy weapon. Projection ability, which gives you a hologram that follows you around. And then this last one, which is the last stand ability. Now there is a necklace that you can wear for that, but you can click this and have this set up. So
It's amazing that it's still here.
on that note, we're going to end.